Oh, welcome 2025. Wow, how did that happen? It's been last year was such a big year, I think, for a lot of people. Really excited to kickstart this year, January 2025. Myself and Bridget, we've talked a lot over the Christmas period about how we want our businesses to grow this year, how we want to help people. I feel like last year was a real let's try lots of different things, see what works, see what doesn't work, and what we're going to bring into this year. And we wanted to, there's a lot of talk, especially in network marketing, people get off to the start in January. They do sort of sprints, they go into massive action. But what we wanted to do was just to really help people and help everybody just to form those daily habits. So you're working, what we're doing is forming the daily habits that you can slot into any busy day. You can either up it or down it, but it's all about knowing what you're going to do, forming good habits. So that's what we decided we were going to call it a 25-day sprint to kickstart your business, starting from tomorrow, which is the 6th of January. So I'm just going to go through, let me just that down there. So here's a little video I saw and I thought it was brilliant. And it is just to give you a little bit about the LumiSpa. We all use the LumiSpa. We all absolutely love it. Sometimes we forget when we're using it daily how amazing it is. So this is a very short video that I found about the awards that we won in 2024. And we win awards for the LumiSpa every year. Oh, why is that not playing? Hang on a minute. So I thought I would absolutely like to share it with you. Hand up if you just take using your LumiSpa every day for granted. It's just like we get so used to using it, don't we? And we absolutely forget why, as a company, we are still the number one at home beauty brand for 7 years. So it is still all about our devices and about the products. So your daily habits and mindset are going to help to move you closer to your goal. And this is what we want to set in place over the next 25 days. So we have 5 steps we're going to focus on during these 25 days to really help you to get closer to your goal. We've called it Run for Ruby. Ruby is a real significant part of our business. It's getting to brand representative yourself. It's helping, in fact, once the new compensation plan comes out, it's helping 3 other people to become brand reps. Over the next month, we're actually going to be focusing on the 5 steps that we have here. But we have the new compensation plan, which comes in on the 1st of March. So behind the scenes, myself and Bridget actually are working a lot to understand the new compensation plan, which is gonna be really brilliant for everybody coming into this business. So we're actually going to really understand more so we can help and explain it to you. All I want you to know is that as a company, they've really worked hard at making it a lot easier for bringing people into the business to create customers and to be get paid for that without sort of having to have big goals to reach to first. But that's just a little side note that we're working on behind the scenes. So the first thing, so we've broken this down into 5 steps to focus on for the 25 days. First, it's all about being a product user. So to share the products, you need to be using the products. I would say, and I'm going to break these down a little bit more over just on in the next slide. So the next one, it's all about lead generation. Any business is all about promoting yourself, whether it's sales or not. Your sales in you're promoting your business or you're promoting sales. It's all about you and attracting people to you and about generating leads in whatever you're doing. And that's what we're doing. We've broken this down into a lead generation sort of focus that we're going to help you with over the next 25 days. Blitzers, we're going back to doing blitzers. These are working, and Fraser Brooks, if you know Fraser Brooks, he's amazing, and he actually pioneered these about 10 years ago. He's been doing them for 10 years. We used to do them a lot actually, all the time. Every week we were doing them. It's a bit like going to the office, but not in the office. We're on Zoom together and we're working together. But what this will do is we can actually share and help you in these pockets of time how to work really effectively. And over the 25 days, once you've learnt how to work in a blitz, you can do that blitz anywhere. If you're on the school run, if you're on the bus, if you're waiting for your kids to come out of school, um, if you're away or traveling or doing something where you find you have time, or for me, like if I'm in the salon and a client's cancelled or they've not turned up, and you have that huffy puffy moment where you think, they've not, and you've got that pocket of time. Instead of getting a little bit sort of, oh, what am I going to do? I'm a bit disappointed or I'm a bit fed up with that. I just switch that round and think, right, I can switch to this business and that's what I'm going to do. That's why coming on a blitz, learning to how to work in pockets of time is so valuable for anybody in any business, because we all get that time where something changes. What am I going to do? And I want to be for me, I want to be the most effective in my time that I allocate to my working hours. So it has been the most valuable thing that I've learned, and it's something we're going to go back to and share again. So the other thing in our run for Ruby is about accountability. Now, this actually, the very first time, I've probably been doing accountability for about 8 to 10 years as well. It absolutely scared the living daylights out of me when I first started doing it, because I was comparing myself to other people. You have this image in your head that everybody else is doing a lot more than you are. But actually, what accountability does, it actually makes you go, oh my goodness, I actually need to do that now. And it's surprising how quickly you can work when you know you've got to put your numbers into an accountability. It's surprising how quickly you can work. And I think it's more about being accountable to yourself, helping to move your business forward. And it's just something that we're going to share in our supportive group together. And I think once you're in it and doing it, you'll see that actually it is the best way to move any business forward. And then it's about staying connected. It's about us all connecting in, sharing our wins, sharing what's working and what's not working. Or if you have any questions. So I've just broken this down a little bit. I'll move that again in a minute. I know it's getting quite annoying, isn't it? So when you have a system, this is Fraser Brooks. So he did a training last week and it was absolutely brilliant. So he said, and I'm going to quote him here, when you have a system, you learn the system, which is what we do and what we're doing. When you don't have a system, you learn everything. And when you're learning everything, you become overwhelmed. You don't know where to start. And that's when you think, this isn't working for me. I don't know what to do. I don't know how to do it. I can't do this. And that's when you get a block. So learning a system is what we are doing here. And this is, and it's a bit like Bob Proctor says, it's about, all the mixture in it. And that's what's going to really help you. So first, just to break down what we talked about with our 5 steps, be a product user. So have your focus product. For me, for me, it is a collagen. It's what I've really focused on in the last year. But along with that, you can, and actually that's a monthly subscription product. But then obviously we have the LumiSpa, you've got your devices, and from there you can expand more. So if you love the LumiSpa and it's what's going to work for your network, that's brilliant. You don't have to follow what we're doing. Have your own focus product that works for you. But what I would advise is try a new product each month, something you've not tried before, or if you've run out of something, what have we got in our catalogue that you can swap it for, that you can try? because if you're not trying the different products, you're never going to be able to recommend them. Because we have toothpaste, we have shampoos, we have body washers, we have moisturizers. We literally have everything that you would have in your bathroom, um, we have in our catalogue. And actually, over time, you should be replacing what you're using with a product from your own shop because you want to buy from your own shop. But just try a new product each month, or it might be more on the health side. And then the lead generation. So, lead generation is your social media. It's about attracting people, your audience. We've all got different audiences and we all attract people in different ways. And it's about being authentic. So, what we're going to do, we're going to be really working on this over the next 25 days. We're going to have your daily themes, it's going to be very similar to having the 7 steps. So, within that day what you're going to be working around. So, it's daily themes, daily habits. And with lead generation, it is about following up as well. Because if you've got a lead or, learning to follow up with people, and we're going to go into a lot more depth on all of these over the next 25 days. So the third thing is the blitz. So you should be blitzing. Doing your business, you can do in small pockets of time. We're going to call it a blitz, but it's your action time. It's your focused action time. It's your working time. And you can break that down into, you could do like 20 minutes a day, 30 minutes, you could do that twice a day. It depends how quickly you want to move in your business, depends how much time you want to put in and what you're going to do in that time. So we are going to have daily at 8 a.m. And I think we're going to use your Zoom actually, Bridget, aren't we? So I think we'll use Bridget's Zoom for this. So Bridget's in Switzerland for the winter. So she's going to be on her Zoom at 8 a.m. Monday to Friday doing a blitz. It's going to be roughly for 30 minutes. But in that 30 minutes, we're going to be doing two 10-minute sections. One is going to be about engaging on your social media, whatever platform you choose. And we'll talk more about engaging. And then it's going to be 10 minutes of reach outs or your business asks or your product asks, whatever it is. But we're going to be sharing how you messages, how to message somebody. It might be, somebody you've already spoken to. Doesn't matter if it's business or if it's product, but it's a reach out. And in that 10 minutes, actually, if once you start to do these blitzes regularly or daily, you will have your list. Once you've got your list, you can do that really quickly. Your list of people you're going to speak to. The accountability, so it's going to be joining the Run to Ruby accountability group. So Bridget has set this up already. We will add anybody that wants to do the 25 days with us into the Ruby group. In here, we're going to be sharing more information about messaging and your daily habits. And I find with accountability, it is for you. Track your numbers, keep a track of it, but it helps you to see your strengths. What are you good at? Is there one area you're really good at? Like I'm really good at asking people about the business and about products. I'm terrible at asking people for referrals. So I'm holding myself accountable here. And if somebody says, oh, not now, we should be asking everybody. Or if you've got a customer who absolutely loves a product, we should be asking them, oh my goodness, that's brilliant. Have you got any friends that have a similar whatever it is that they've experienced that you think could benefit too? And that's how you're really maximizing. So you're looking to do what we call the 4 4s. So I think it might be 3 4s or 4 4s. I think we've got a bit confused with it all, if I'm honest. But anyway, it's about the 4 4s.
Yeah,
So
four.
it's is it the four
It's four
fours?
fives. It's
Four
4 5s.
4 5s.
Yeah.
So it's 5 business conversations or reach outs. We could call them reach outs because I think that's kind of the sort of thing. 5 product conversations or reach outs, referral asks and follow ups. So the other thing, just before, like, just to move on from that, and I do want us to clarify our 4 5s as well. We're going to have the fifth thing is about staying connected. The more you are connected with what we're doing, the easier it's going to be for you to understand what we're doing, to move with it. So we're actually going to hold twice weekly Zooms on Tuesdays and Thursdays through January for 30 minutes at 8 p.m. I don't know if I put 8 p.m. on there, did I? I didn't put 8 p.m. We'll put it in, we'll advertise it anyway. They're going to be 8 p.m. Some of those Tuesdays or Thursdays, there might be other events on. We've got the retinol launch this month. So there might be other things. We might say, hey, let's all jump on this instead. During these, we're going to be sharing online and offline. So Bridget is primarily working online while she's in Switzerland, after having a very heavy schedule working offline when she was back in the UK. So I'm going to be doing more of a hybrid. I'm going to be doing online, but I'm as a lead generation. So that's what your online is about, lead generation and continuing to work offline. So actually, between us, we've learned such a lot in the last year about online, offline, that actually we're just pulling together all of our experiences, our resources, and we're putting it all together to share with everybody. So when you come on the call, you might have some questions you might want to ask. I've got this, sort of got somebody. How do I respond to this? You don't have to wait for these calls. You can just connect to me or Bridget, and we will help you anyway. And then we do have the new retinol launch this month, which they've had massive success with in the US. So we are going to get a lot of information coming through about that. So yeah, I don't want to go into too much detail about that now either. So this is the 5 areas that we're going to be focusing on for the next 25 days. So Bridget, have you got anything that you want to share or to add? I mean, add to.
Yeah, no, not really. I mean, are you going to just show the next slide,
Oh
which is
yeah,
the,
actually, I
yeah,
forgot about that. Yeah, I did.
yeah,
Yes.
it's the, yeah.
So,
So,
so some of you might have seen this already. This is just a tracking sheet I did for myself. I've been using this actually for years. It just works for me. It's a week to view. So what I do in here, if I have any new contacts, I'll put their name in there. And then my business conversations or my reach outs, business conversations, product, my referral asks, any additional follow-ups. And then this is just something I use for me, just so I know who I've spoken to that day. And then the aim really is just to fill this up in a week as much as possible. Um, I've got this as a PDF. I can share it. I'll put it in the group. You can either print it off, you can do something very similar. It's what works for you. Bridget has I think she uses this as well, but we
yeah,
work very similar with tracking. But obviously sometimes you might want to customize it a bit more to you. It may look a little bit daunting to start with, but my suggestion is if you can just start filling, start getting names in here, getting people in here. What happens as well sometimes, and I want to just explain a little bit about this as well. Sometimes you can get to the end of the week and we've all got other businesses, we've got other things we're doing, and you can get to the end of the week and think, I haven't done that much to my business. But I can tell you, if you've been filling this in, you'll get to the end of the week and you go, actually, I've done a lot more than I thought. Or you'll get to the end of the week and you'll go, holy moly, I need to pull my finger out. And that's the whole thing about the accountability or filling this in. What I do at the end of the week when I've got my sheet, I will then anybody I need to either put onto the following week or to put on a follow-up list or to connect with. It just keeps me, I just love a week to view. I just find it really helps me because you have to track everything or else you'll have no idea what's going on. And as your business grows, you need to be able to help other people to keep focused and on track as well. And that's the thing with what we're doing. It's helping other people to work in a similar way to track what they're doing. And just before I'm going to hand over to Bridget, because I know she's dying to share her stuff, is don't think this all has to be online. This, if you're working with clients, if you've got other businesses, if you see people on the train, if you see them on the bus at the school run, whatever it is, you can have these conversations during the day with people. It doesn't have to be physically through a message, but you obviously want to connect with them. You want to get them onto either your Facebook or your Instagram or so they can see what you're doing on your social media as your lead generation. So it does all start to mix up together, but don't feel overwhelmed that this has to be all through messages. This can be in your day-to-day life as well. Just always take that opportunity when somebody goes, oh my God, I've just dropped my keys and I couldn't get them up. I've got no flexibility. Well, you want some collagen, don't you? And that's the thing. It's just dropping it in and planting those seeds. Bridget.
Yeah. No, I kind of think you've covered everything really, Sam. But when Sam and I kind of talk through this, the idea is that I do this business full time, but not everybody does this business full time. And we thought here there's 20 messages a day, 20 messages a day. Now, for the first 3 or 4 days of doing those 20 messages, it's going to take you a little bit longer until you get into the swing of things, until you get your contact list, your strategy list, contact list, whatever you call it, to hand. But actually, as you start to progress through the 25 days, these messages are just going to get quicker. So we're talking about 20 messages a day, the 4 5s plus posting as well. Which is all a lot of it's lifestyle. We're just, we're going to share that with you on the Tuesday training. We're going to throw in some product posts here and there, but really only 2 call to actions a week. We're not blasting our page with our business. We're going to show people our branding and who we are, because they say people will buy off you if they know you and trust you. They don't care how much it costs. It's like, will it work? Will I use it? Do I trust this person? And that is all about, putting your lifestyle posted out there as well. So we're talking about 20 messages a day plus posting. That's it. So really, when you've really fine-tuned it, that should take between 30 and 40 minutes a day. If you're prepared and you've got your contact list at hand and you're really working through the right people, we're talking about between 30 and 40 minutes a day. We do this for 25 days. I really think, Sam and I really think that we can really start to see results here. Other teams have done something similar, actually. Not I don't think it's as good as ours, if I've got to be honest. But others have done a similar thing, and they have had amazing results in November and December. So I'm really excited. I need to know who wants to join the Ruby Run to Ruby accountability group. We really want people in there that are going to drop their numbers in. If you miss a day or you do double the next day or whatever, that's absolutely fine. We're not going to chuck people out, which has been done in the past, not by us. But it has been done in the past. But, if you want to join the group, let me know and I'll add you to the group. In the group, I'm going to open my Zoom every morning, like Sam said, 8 o'clock UK time. And we are going to have a focus. We're going to give you messages that you can use, that you can tweak. So it sounds like you, but we're going to have 6 messages that you can save in your notes. So you don't have to overthink it. They're there for you. You can tweak it slightly if you want to, but then you can use those messages to engage. We're going to have 20 minutes of solid engaging. And then actually, you know what? It's done for the day. And then actually in the evening, you can catch up if you want to and reply to any messages. But that's the idea. The idea is actually to just get up, you're refreshed, and you're sending out these messages with energy. You're not sending them out late at night when everybody's a bit tired and groggy. It's first thing in the morning, bang, the messages go out. So That's also, please let me know in the Freedom group if you'd like to be added to the Run to Ruby accountability group, and I will add you, because that is where we are going to be putting all the information for this 25-day sprint.
Brilliant. I think Rebecca and Kyla, I know Kyla would need to add you as well. Um, so what I was going to say is when you say, so actually Kyla is new, she's just joined recently. I think most people here are quite new, but actually everybody's quite used to doing social media or they're speaking to people, they have a network already. It doesn't have to just be online, it can be offline as well. Um, but if you find to start with, oh my goodness, I don't know who to talk to, just make a list of people, just or go back to people you might have spoken to already. And we're going to fine tune it as we go through the 25 days as well. That's what this is about. So, what you will find by the end of 25 days, you'll have a whole list of people to follow up with, or that might have been interested or might not have been. So, don't worry if this is your first time ever of doing this, because it can feel a bit like, oh, I don't really know. But actually, if you sat down, even you just wrote a list of all your, say, your clients, Kate and Kyla, you're in very similar sort of businesses, and we've all got, people we can go back to and follow up with. But don't worry, it's just about starting. You know, Even if you just start and you do, two in each section, and then the next day you do three in each section, and then the next day, or
Yeah,
by the following week, if you did sort of three, what's that? So 3, 6, 9, 12. If that's 15 or 20 people, if you did 5 days a week, that's 30, 20, 30, 40 people you would not have done before. But actually, what it will also do is give you the confidence when you are out and about and speaking to people. So it all kind of starts to mix in together. There was something else that was popping in my head
yeah.
as well.
I was
Can't
going
think.
to, just the last thing I was going to say as well, the Tuesday and Thursdays training, Sam and I thought, we want everybody on, with the cameras on, on camera, unmuted, and we really want it to be like an interactive training. What's working for you? What's working for you? And really sharing ideas. It's not, just so that people can air their views, what's working well for them. I just thought I'd say
And
that
ask
as well.
questions. Just come on and
Yeah.
go, oh my goodness, I just sat there and I didn't know what to do. I just froze. We've all been there, honestly. And this is the whole point of what we're doing is just to get you used to sitting down. When you sit down in those focused bits of time, that's what the blitzers do. You go, right, I'm ready now. I know what I'm doing. Because everybody, once you get used to switching this business, if you're busy with something else and you've got that pocket of time, it'll be so valuable that actually before you know it, you're really, really picking up momentum in your business. And that's what this is all about.
Yeah.
And
Has anybody got any questions though here now? Does anybody want to unmute and ask any questions?
No, I'm fine, thank you.
No,
so
no.
I'm doing this. I'm doing it. Anybody else joining? I think
Oh
Rebecca,
yeah,
you said Kyla said she's joining as well.
I'm in it, on
Um,
it, in it.
that's
Yeah, I'll join.
brilliant.
Uh,
I actually, I'll message you after Kyla actually.
Okay, thank you.
As well. So yeah, so if you can't make 8 in the morning or some mornings or not all the mornings, honestly, just join if you can, even if it's a couple of times a week. But the more you join, the more sense it will make. And then what we'll do is we might be able to start doing them sort of during the day at different times as well. But because we just wanted to get started, that's what we're starting with. Because actually, if you can get those messages out in the morning, one, it's like eating the frog, you've got that bit done. And two, people then will see it during the day, they can start to respond, and that just becomes part of your working day. Whereas I used to do it in the evening, and actually, by the time they've responded, it goes into the next day. And I don't know, the morning is just a good time, but it is finding your little bit of time. But we're just going to start And then we're just going to roll with it for the 25 days. And then at the end of this month, we're just going to see where we're at. And I think we're going to find that it's going to really help lots of people. So anybody got any questions before we finish? No? Amazing to see you all. Thank you so much for joining, and see you in the morning.
Yeah, okay.
So actually, we're going to add everybody to the Run to Ruby group, and then are you going to post it in there, or are you going to post it in Freedom, the Blitz?
No, Run to Ruby. Run to
Okay,
Ruby.
we'll do that.
It's
Okay then.
So can I just ask everybody on this call, do they want to be in the accountability group?
Yes, please.
Yeah,
Brilliant.
yeah. Is that everybody? Yeah. If there's anybody on the group now that's thinking, no, it's not for me, just message me and I will add you. Okay. We
All
just
right
want
then.
people on there that are just really want to give this a crack.
Brilliant. I'm just going to stop the recording.